There we go. Fixed image.
I will turn on the chat afterwards, Nick.
Alright, countdown will be starting shortly.
Countdown will start shortly. Alright. Here it is. The real deal with Bill McNeil. No pressure.
Here we go.
Here we go.
We're starting in 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
3, 2, 1, go.
Now's the time where you can start to relax as you get back to what you...
So Kittens accidentally goes into the password screen, it looks like. So he has a few seconds behind. Rayo has already killed the plant. So you might notice that there's a little bit of difference in their timing as far as live split is concerned. Or where they're at on the screen from when they started. I am streaming all 4 of these simultaneously, so there's going to be a different amount of buffer for each one. We use Discord timing. They're going to be typing .done.
It's fine. Good recovery.
And that is what will determine whether or not they win the race. Not what you necessarily see on screen. It should be pretty close though. So you notice that they're going into 3 doors. The first with a plant boss. The second with a boss that is already dead.
Come on, let's go.
And it looks like they're not really doing much, not getting much, but they have to kill all 3 bosses to get the key to enter the door at the end of the stage. And that allows them to complete this goal.
Dragging up.
This is a very short goal. It looks like Perktown has gone for the dragon upgrade. This dragon upgrade is going to allow him to just wail on this pumpkin. He gets the key, and now he's going to be able to fly over just about every other enemy.
Monster Party. Moving on to the next game. The make or break beetle.
Rayo leaving the pumpkin with 1 HP. This is about as close as you can get. If you take a death in this, you start all the way back to the beginning. You have to do everything you've seen them do so far. So it looks like Perktown is going in the door. He's hearing a little jingle and clunk on the password screen. So sub 2 minutes for the first stage. So he's got a decent lead over others. Johnny Link just a few seconds behind. Looks like he's 2.5 seconds behind his PB. There's a 30 second wait between all games. This is just to make sure everything's fair for all runners. Some people might use a power pack, some might use actual cart, some might use an emulator. Nick Fights, thank you for the follow. After the 30-second wait, they're going on to Beetlejuice. This is an LGN game, and it is pretty janky. There's only 4 people in the race. Venom's controller actually broke like a day ago. So Perktown is flying through.
That wasn't very good.
In Beetlejuice, you have to go through a series of stages pressing switches to turn off insta-kill traps to activate clouds that send you up further in the building. Then you have to smush a bunch of bugs to buy upgrades. These upgrades are the only way that you can attack. It looks like no one's entered any sort of disaster area in Beetlejuice. Losing all of your lives in Beetlejuice is pretty bad, but you can do the entire stage perfectly, get to the boss, and then die. And that's just as bad because it sends you all the way back to the beginning. So you see Perktown stopping and just smashing bugs. All of these bugs he's smashing are giving him points, and these points can be used to buy skeleton suits. Skeleton suits are immune to bees. And you only need 1 to finish this stage, but having at least 2 is very important because each skeleton has a limited number of shots. And
Oh shoot.
oh no, Perktown taking a death means he's losing his skeleton suit.
50,
So Johnny Link now moving a bit ahead.
150.
You do have to wait for your screen to scroll.
It's fine.
Johnny Link going for the boss and taking a death, it looks like. That is not necessarily where you want to die, but oh! Johnny Link actually had a strategy there. So he took the death. He took the death and then was able to respawn there with the enemy projectile still in place. Alright, so it looks like everyone is now done with Beetlejuice.
Even with the
So Perktown had a little bit of a mishap there.
Is next.
Now everyone is on to Splatterhouse at just about the same time. This is going to be a very close race.
Remember to press start.
So this is the first long goal. The first 2 races were only beating the first stage. This one, they're actually going to go all the way to stage 4. They just have to beat the fly boss at the end of stage 3. So in this game, you'll notice that there is a number in the top left corner. This number is how many things you need to kill before you level up, so to speak. You get an increase in your health bar.
It's fine.
Most of the enemies take no time to kill, so it's a great excuse to kill everything you see. Especially in a marathon setting where taking an extra hit or 2 can sometimes be a beneficial buffer.
Got some time to kill here.
So now we are at the 8-bit version of Thriller. And you can see Johnny Link is actually at the boss fight section of this. But you can't actually fight the vampire, you just have to go around and kill all of his lackeys. Once you deal enough damage, then it ends this little mini-game fight. And this is how most of the boss fights in this are. There's not much to this, but it's an excuse to kill a bunch of things, get a couple of health upgrades. A single death from any player at this point is going to put them significantly behind all of the other runners. And there's a lot left to this race. While 2 of the games are done, they're only about a third of the way through.
Thriller.
Alright, so Perktown has a little bit of catching up to do. Johnny Link is moving on to the book boss with Radio right behind. Kitten's just a small bit away. So Perktown actually had the fastest monster party of anyone. He was able to get the dragon upgrade. And that gave him a significant lead, but unfortunately that one death in Beetlejuice was enough to send him back. Johnny Link making it to the first real boss of Splatterhouse. This is a doll that has a pretty simple quick kill. You hit the head next to a wall, and then you just wail on it. And so you can see Johnny Link trying to wail on it. And it looks like he's not going to be knocked back by the chairs. This is great for Johnny Link.
Doll face ghost.
It's very possible to mess up the rhythm or get hit by a chair, like what just happened to Rayo. And now you have to kind of chase this head around. You don't want it to go up and start floating again. It takes way too much time. You see, Kittens was able to catch up to Rayo. Perktown having a little bit of trouble with this boss. He lost the lock in the corner. So Perktown's losing some major time here.
There we go. That was okay. Not the best, but we'll take it.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So now they are at the chicken and knives boss. So there's only two important things about this boss fight. One is there is a burger that you don't want to get until you've already taken some damage. And the second is you want to hit the knives and the chicken. All of the runners, I believe, in this race have done this as a learn fast race. And this boss confused a few people because they were only fighting the chickens, and it took them forever. But it turns out the knives are part of the HP pool for the boss. And now they're moving on to the sewers, and the sewers is actually what ripped everyone's runs in the learn fast race.
Get yourself together.
The rat boss at the end of the sewers has a wind tunnel, and if you get hit, you get knocked all the way back to the beginning. But you have to fight the boss perfectly. If you make one mistake, it's basically starting over. There is a safety strat where you can walk through the water, but it is much, much slower to do so. So we'll see. Looks like Johnny Link is doing the safe strat.
Oh, come on.
A little bit slower to do this, and it's still very possible to get hit. So Johnny Link is going to have to time this. And it looks like he got it. He did take a hit, but that's perfectly fine. He has plenty of HP. Rayo and Kittens are both doing the water strat. Rayo got it. Kittens got it. So now it is up to Perktown. Everyone has had a perfect rat fight. The next difficult section is going to be the goat boss. And there actually is the possibility of having a gun drop for the fly boss, which is another huge time save. And does Perktown get it? He does. So 100% of runners got the kill on the rat boss. Not too much time loss.
Whatever. Go, go, go. Get out of there. Go, go, go.
So the rest of this goal is pretty tame except for the bosses. There are some time saves here. You can see Perktown skipping all of these trash cans. If you step on those trash cans, you can actually get candy, and the candy can fill up your health. But Perktown had plenty of health. Johnny Link is currently fighting spiders erupting from a girl's chest, and the chest bursters are somewhat RNG. You can get fast spawns or slow spawns.
Oh, I screwed that up.
And no one really knows what causes the faster or slow spawns. The task doesn't actually kill any of the spiders, and neither does Stormcrow in his world record for this game. And it's presumed that when you kill them, you can see the 5 gibs of the spiders show up. So by not killing them, that doesn't show up and it doesn't affect the sprite limit, then the game spawns more spiders. But it's way more dangerous. So in a marathon setting, I would probably kill the spiders myself. You can see, even though the runners are a little bit behind each other, and have different time on the timers, they are all currently at the same boss, so the gap is not that wide. A single mistake on any boss is going to put someone in last place. But it looks like everyone's health is great. Rayo's health is hurting just a little bit, but he still has plenty. And there's plenty of opportunities to get help. Rayo is the second to leave the chest bursters, followed closely by Can't Stop the Kittens. Johnny Link has plenty of health. He does not need to stop on those trash cans.
A little bit slower than normal, but it's fine. Come on, let's roll.
And on Johnny Link's screen, you're going to see the goat boss. This guy summons several flying enemies, which you can kill as they spawn or as they're floating around the room. They start to try to dive bomb you. And once he's summoned enough of those, he turns into a rampaging goat boss, which runs from corner to corner. And it's definitely possible to stun lock this boss, but it's easier said than done in a marathon situation. So we'll see what strategy they use. Do they take it a little bit slower and hit him after he jumps back after them, or do they try to corner kill him? So it looks like Johnny Link's kind of doing a hybrid. So rather than attacking him in the corner, he's jumping to meet him halfway. So Rayo with some good control. So Rayo taking a safe strat rather than jumping to meet him. He's just trying to stand down, wait for him to land, take him out then. So Perktown somehow found a gun. This is definitely from his Resident Evil experience. And Perktown with a very fast attack on this goat boss. He is trying to make up some time, and it is working. That is a much faster goat fight than anyone else had.
Let's go.
But he still has some time to make up. Johnny Link is now on the fly. So currently, Johnny Link is in first place, and Kittens is now in second place by just a little bit. Rayo in third place, but he has the gun, and the gun drop is going to make this fly much faster. So no gun for Perktown here. So this gun allows you to kill the fly without waiting for him to dive bomb. So Rayo can make some serious time saves here. Johnny Link killing the fly. Rayo killing the fly.
Looks like a raisin.
And Kittens has one hit left to be able to kill this fly. And now Kittens is in third place, just behind Rayo. And Perktown just has one or two more hits here. And then everyone will be on Frankenstein, the Monster Returns.
Let's get out of here.
This is one of the scariest games.
Now for the dreaded beast. That is Frankenstein. You're going to start that at 15:40.
So Frankenstein, the Monster Returns is not what you would call a fantastic game. The animations aren't the best, and there's a lot of unintuitive information. So, for example, you see enemies flashing after you hit them, but that doesn't mean they're invulnerable. And sometimes they stop flashing, and that doesn't mean that you can now damage them. So it's totally separate from what you see visually. You see Johnny Link here has picked up a club, which doubles his melee damage, and he's also picked up a fire upgrade. If you get hit once, you lose your fire upgrade. You do not want to lose the fire upgrade because it makes all of the bosses way easier and faster.
You're going to jump over me.
So you can see Johnny Link just killing each enemy one at a time.
One, two.
He does not want to lose his fire. There's not a way to pick up the fire again. So he has to make it all the way to death, not lose the fire, and then get to the Demon Horse, the boss for level 1. So it looks like everyone's health is just great. Rayo is at death, but he does not have a club, so he's going to be doing half damage here.
Nope, it's fine.
Kittens unfortunately gets hit and loses his club. Oh, he was able to pick it back up. Johnny Link with the fire. Perktown in the same situation as Kittens, losing his club.
Fuck me. It's fine. We'll make it through.
So Johnny Link is having a fantastic Demon Horse fight here. Rayo and Kittens are now making it to... Oh, get the heart! Perktown misses the heart. That's a very important heart.
It's fine. We'll figure out how to do this.
So this Demon Horse can be killed without taking any damage. But it either requires fire or a lot of really good timing. So Can't Stop the Kittens has a club, which is dealing a lot of extra damage to that horse. And he's actually caught up to Johnny Link. Johnny Link did the safe strap with the fire. So there's no pressure. But Kittens, by using the club, did twice as much damage as Johnny Link's fire. So that is a huge time save here. Perktown using the jump kicks, trying not to get hit. Very little health for both Rayo and Perktown. You can game over completely in this game. If you run out of all of your continues, then you will just be done. You have to start all the way over. So Rayo has taken out the Demon Horse. Moving on to the next stage is very great for Rayo. Kind of a nervous situation for Perktown. Not too many hits left for the Demon Horse. Gotta watch out for that fire. And okay.
Got him. All right,
Perktown got him. Perktown is moving on. So Perktown is still in last place, but it should be noted that Perktown is having a wonderful race. It's just everyone is playing very well. No major mistakes have been done. So this stage is going to be one of the biggest factors for the rest of the race.
Quite a sword. Yep. Smash,
Kittens is just behind Johnny Link. So you can see that there's some fire drops, there's club drops, there's heart drops, and they're all nice and great. But really the only important thing that's going to happen here is do you die and do you get grabbed in the water section? There are 4 platforms that disappear after you step on them. And if you stay on them too long, you'll fall into the water, and there's like a little mini fight that you're stuck in. Oh no, Perktown was grabbed by the mouth suckers.
Perfect.
But that was not great for Perktown, but he was able to get his fire back. Able to dodge the dialogue box. So Johnny Link is now at the water section, and he made it through without getting grabbed. You could see him nodding his head in approval. That was the biggest time loss left in the run. So Perktown, rather than using fire, he's using his club. This speeds up the kill on the she-monster as much as possible. Kitten's now at the water section. Rayo now at the water section. And Rayo gets grabbed. You can see him throw his controller in the air. This is not what he wanted. The controls are all over the place. Luckily, Rayo... Oh no! He lost his fire. This could actually be a death for Rayo. Without fire,
Go.
it's so hard. Oh, he used his potion, so he should be good. Perktown gets grabbed as well. Johnny Link is at the second form of the boss. So he has got a slight lead on Kittens now. Kittens not quite yet at the boss. Alright, Kittens is now at the second phase as well. Rayo trying these again, and he falls in the water again. He pressed jump just a little bit too late. You have to jump right at the very edge. These are very difficult jumps to make. I went through each of these goals, and I did get grabbed. Johnny Link making it on to the last game, Monster in My Pocket. Kittens will not be far behind. Kittens still has his potion, so there's no way that he's going to actually be dying here. You can see that he just used his potion, full health. And that is a death for that Medusa head. So it's going to be Monster in My Pocket. Perktown trying these jumps again. There's one more set for Perktown.
Keep going.
And he's made it. Everyone has passed the water. So Rayo has some health here, but no health potion. So he's got to be a little bit careful with this Medusa boss. Perktown has just as much health, but he does have a health potion, so he should be able to make it through without too much issue, especially since he has the fire. So Monster in My Pocket is the final game in the series, and there is not much you can do in terms of time gain or time loss. It's all small gains and small losses here. So if there's no major mistakes, then Johnny Link might have it. But it's important to note that the lives that you see on his screen are all the lives he's going to get. If you die with all of your lives, like if they're just gone, you have to start all the way over from the beginning.
Right.
It will definitely put you in last place. So everyone's going to have to be very careful not to take any extra damage. They do want to kill some enemies to maybe get an extra life. Kittens is just a small bit behind. And now Rayo has taken out the Medusa head. Those water sections were just awful for both Rayo and Perktown. They were extremely punishing. Johnny Link with a very fast kill on the first boss for Monster in My Pocket. He is a full stage ahead of Perktown. Not quite a full stage behind Can't Stop the Kittens, about one boss fight. So, the only major mistakes in the run so far have been the water section and Frankenstein, which is definitely the most difficult.
Oh, missed that jump. It's fine, let's go.
So all around, very strong performance from all four runners. So this game looks very easy and it looks very simple, and that's because it is. But it's also very scary because they have to beat stage 3, And if you just play this casually and you just kind of run through and damage tank everything, and you don't pay too much attention, eventually you find yourself in stage 3 with 1 life left, and you're at a boss that's very difficult to kill without taking damage. So you want to save your lives because you do not really get them back. Generally going under the burners. And finding health I didn't even know was there. So very good on Johnny Link. Johnny Link at the freezer boss.
Bam, 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 bam.
So he wants to get in as many hits as possible, but he does not want to take this much damage, and he definitely doesn't want to get frozen. So he took a lot of damage, but a very fast fight by Johnny Link. So Rayo making it to the first boss for Monster in My Pocket. Looks like Perktown is moving on to the second stage. Kittens is still just 1 boss fight behind. Johnny Link has an unfortunate death, and that'll be enough for Kittens to get ahead. So Johnny Link needs to be very careful here. He has plenty of lives. I don't think lives are going to be an issue for him. It doesn't look like anyone's taking any unnecessary deaths. Everyone's getting the extra health. They're taking the time. So I don't think there's going to be a catastrophe here, which is good. Alright, Johnny Link making it to the sewers. So there is a trick in this stage. If you're able to jump over and take a hit, you should be able to walk through... Okay, you should be able to walk through each of those. And if you take a hit by being knocked backwards, if you do it properly, then you shouldn't have any fish, but it looks like Johnny Link still has his fish showing up. So that is going to be a potential error. So that is not good for Johnny Link. So losing that life there isn't going to be the end of the world, but it did give Kittens a little bit of time. Johnny Link making the jump. Kitten still has to make the trek. And this boss, I think Johnny Link is going to be able to just wail on this guy here. I don't think Johnny Link could lose this at this point.
I screwed that up.
This boss is simple enough. So Kittens is at the boss.
Just don't screw this up.
Johnny Link has 2 lives left. That's going to be plenty.
I want to go right in my life.
But there's nothing I think that can happen that's going to let Kittens move ahead. Here in a second, we're going to see that boss die. And on the high score screen, Johnny Link is going to get a dot done. And that is a 27:08 for Johnny Link. First place, first marathon. Johnny Link wins first place. He's going to win some candy. Kittens is going to be right behind him. Kittens just finishing the last boss.
Jesus,
it looks like Perktown is on the way to the boss. 27.
Congratulations, Can't Stop the Kittens.
Wow. So, Kittens actually has a 27:09 on his timer. But the race started a little bit before. Kittens went to the password screen.
Jesus.
Kittens went to the password screen first on the first one. So a small error in the beginning. I don't think that would have been enough to bring him back. But very close between the two. Regardless, just a few seconds difference. Literally just a portion of the boss fight. And Perktown not far behind. Still has plenty of lives. Looks like Radio has a little bit of trouble here. He did not have much time to practice these games. So he's coming in not blind, but definitely under practice compared to what he's used to. And still, with all of those water errors for both Radio and Perktown. There's a dot done for Perktown, a 28:22. That is 3rd place for Perktown. So we have Rayo now making it to the boss. And he has 4 lives, so this is going to be a definite victory for Rayo.
I was 5 seconds faster than my average and still got crushed by Can't Stop Kittens and Johnny Link. Congratulations to them too. Let me pull up my chat here. We'll take a quick look. Alright, well, I am calling it a stream here.
So Rayo now needs to wail on this boss. He has 3 lives and plenty of health.
Remaining
This is definitely going to go down.
Tomorrow, playing Parasite Eve 2 from 2:30 p.m. Eastern until 5:30 p.m. Eastern.
Another death for Rayo. Just a few more swings. He's got to wait for one more loop. So you lose about 5 seconds. Whenever that guy has to go down and back up. This is going to be a dot done by Rayo with a time of 29:25, 29:22 on his splits. So that is the Halloween Spooktacular. I hope everyone enjoyed watching this. I hope everyone enjoyed playing in this and practicing for it. This is the first mini marathon I have done. Things like the Big 20, the Nescathlon, they are great, they're fantastic, but they take so long to practice for. And this is a very short marathon, very short practice period, only 2 weeks, very short goals. So you're only learning like stage 1, stage 3, nothing huge. And I made sure it wasn't a nightmare to learn any of the games. But everyone had an absolutely fantastic time. Both Rayo and Perktown were still very close. They're within like a minute. They're within like a minute of everything else. Yeah. Even with hitting the waters, it was not the end of the world for both Perktown and Rayo. It did send them back. So Perktown actually... Excuse me. I've been sick recently, so difficult to do this. So before everyone heads out, I should note that there is a giveaway. So if you type !candy. And you are a viewer here, then I am going to be giving away candy to one of the viewers. And this counts for Perktown and Rayo. Since you did not win candy, you guys are allowed to enter as well. And it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 people who have entered. 6 now with Perktown. So Johnny Link and Can't Stop the Kittens will be getting candy. I'll be contacting them privately. I didn't want, like, originally I was going to pick some sort of like Halloween themed candy, like a skull bucket or something like that. And then I thought about it, I was like, I'm going to end up giving like a bucket of Snickers to someone who's allergic to peanuts or something like that. And I was like, that's not fun. So I'll talk to them about what they want. And the same thing will occur for anyone in chat right now. And this is just a thank you for you guys stopping by to watch the race and stopping by to watch the race and stopping by to watch the Learn Fast races. We do those every week at 3 p.m. And they're a lot like this, much shorter. But anyway, I'm going to give it 1 minute, and then I'm going to close the giveaway and pick a winner for the candy. You must be here to claim your prize. If you're not, I'll just pick another one. So if you are here lurking in chat, anyone, you don't have to be a sub, you don't have to be a follower, you don't even have to ever come back. Just for being here, you can type !candy, and then you can potentially win something. So all in all, I consider this a success. It's pretty much just the Learn Fast Race crowd. But even though we didn't have a lot of people from outside of this group actually enter the race, several expressed interest and some practice and weren't able to enter. I know Venom practiced the games, but his controller actually broke. Yeah, it's a totally different feeling. It's a totally different feeling playing in a marathon. Like with a Learn Fast Race, you're like, all right, it's an hour in, an hour out, and we're done. But with a marathon, you've practiced beforehand, and you know what can go wrong. All right, so let's pick the winner. Who wins candy? Rayo. So Rayo, if you are still here, you win candy. If you are not here to claim it, if you already have left to go practice Lolo for GDQ, all right. So everyone but Perktown in the race won candy. So that is it. I do plan to do more things of this type in the future. I don't know exactly what or how. But if you're interested in running in an event like this, we do these, a shortened version of these with only one game every week. You can join in the Discord here. And every Sunday at 3 p.m., we reveal a mystery game. Everyone has an hour to practice, and then they race it. And it's called a Learn Fast race. And I like using this to introduce people to races and marathons because it's a totally different side of speedrunning. You don't reset constantly. You get to play with all sorts of safeties, and it's a good idea. I personally think games are more fun to play in a marathon setting and practicing for a marathon. I want to give that opportunity to people who can't do the Big 20 or Nescathlon. All right, so let me fix my setup here.